Hi, I'm Melissa Krieger with Do Yoga With Me. This is an energizing flow routine. You'll need a block. Enjoy. Start in a comfortable seated position. You might sit up on something like a block or a pillow just to get a little bit more height. Ideally, your hips are just a little bit higher than your knees. It'll be easier to sit up with ease. You can close your eyes. Relax your shoulders. So collarbones are wide and the shoulders drop down. The arms can just rest lightly on the legs. Just start to get a sense of the space around you. So notice the temperature. Notice the sounds. Notice the physical space around you. So sense the space to the left and the right, in front and behind, and above you. Now feel below you how solid and stable it is. Imagine your lower body, like from your belly button downwards, could kind of settle into the ground a little bit more. And then from the belly button upwards, there can be a little bit more lift, a little bit more lightness. Sense the texture of your clothes against your skin. Start to connect with the breath. You don't have to change anything about your breath. All I need you to do is begin to pay attention to how you breathe, and that will slowly start to take you in deeper. We're trying to get out of our heads and into our bodies, and it's not an immediate thing. It takes a little bit of time. Now, I just want you to notice if you're holding tension anywhere you don't need to. So could you soften a little bit more around your forehead, your eyes, and the space right in between the eyebrows? Could you relax into your jaw, your throat, your neck? Collarbones are open, shoulder blades are broad. There's length in the spine. Relax around your belly, your pelvis, your hips. Have a little give in the elbows. Relax your hands and your feet. Spread out the fingers and the toes. Find a little bit more length with the breath, please. And a little more depth. Notice how you are today. So do a scan of your physical body. Notice sore spots or injuries, places you need to be a little bit more careful with. Notice your energetic body, your mental body, your emotional body. Welcome your whole self here. However you turned up today, it doesn't matter because you turned up. And with the exception of your physical body, like if you turned up with a sore knee or a sore shoulder, That's probably not going to change throughout the practice, and I need you to listen to those injuries and not push into pain. But in terms of your energy level, how you're feeling emotionally, mentally, we can totally shift that. You can feel the way you want to feel when the practice is over. This practice is designed to be uplifting and energizing, to open through your heart, your chest, your shoulders, your lungs, just to open you up a little bit more. Take 3 more deep breaths, please. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Just roll your shoulders back a few times. Still staying tall but relaxed. Interlace your fingers. Push your palms forward. Kind of feel like you're just gently drawing your fingers apart. On your inhale, you'll stretch the arms up to the sky. Maybe look up a little bit. On the exhale, bring the arms back in, flip the palms in towards you again. Inhale, stretch up, open. Exhale, bring it back in. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Drop one hand down. Take just a little lean to the side. Stay for an inhale. And then exhale up and over. Pause for the inhale. Exhale up and over. So each time you stop, just breathe into the side body, the armpits, the ribs. And again, all this space, all this length. Big inhale. Exhale. Come back up. If you're in a cross-legged position, you might cross your legs the other way. It'll feel a little different, but that's okay. Letting the chin just gently drop down to the chest. That can be the exhale. Inhale, lift the head so you're looking forward, and then only if it's safe for your neck, looking up slightly. Exhale to drop down. Inhale to lift up. Just finding the rhythm with your breath. Bring the head back through to center. Take your chin and just move in some circles. So as we start to move into a bit more of an active practice, I need you to connect a little bit more into your deep core. There's a couple ways you can do that. One is letting the exhale get a bit stronger and a bit sharper. Circle the other way, please. So you emphasize the exhale a little bit more, and that's a really easy way to wake up a reflex that will engage your deepest layer of abdominal muscles and your pelvic floor muscles. Bring your head back through to center. The other way along with that exhale is that you can draw back a little bit at your low belly and pull up a little bit at your pelvic floor. It's a little bit trickier to connect to. Do your best and see how it goes. I'll have you move into all fours when you're ready, please. Wrists underneath the shoulders with the fingers spread quite wide. You decide what feels better, whether it's the index fingers or the middle fingers pointed forward. Feel some weight shifting into the thumbs and the index fingers so it doesn't all just drop into the outsides of the hands. Find the rhythm with your breath. On your inhale, you'll let your belly drop forward, a little bit of an arch, maybe look up slightly. On your exhale, drop your head, push your mid back up to the sky. Inhale that cow belly, pull your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale to drop and round. Come back through to center. Let your body circle a little bit. So maybe that means your ribs are circling a little bit, or maybe that's the hips. Find that smooth, steady breath. Go the other way, please. The head can just kind of go with it if that feels good. Bring yourself back through to center. Get set up for downward dog, so the hands go a little bit more forward. Maybe the pinky fingers touch the sides of the mat. The fingers are still really flared out. Tuck your toes under. Take an inhale, let your belly just fall a little forward. And then on the exhale, lift up the knees, please. Let your hips press back. Head just hangs down. Don't worry about the legs being straight. The knees can be bent for sure. But I do want you to feel like the weight is fairly equal between the hands and the feet. Even if the feet aren't flat, it's all good. So there's a sense of weight pushing back. Think about breathing laterally here. So like you're breathing out to your rib cage and your armpits. Walk your hands back to your feet. Let your feet be flat on the floor, toes pointed forward, feet are symmetrical. Slide your hands to your shins, lengthen up halfway on the inhale. And exhale, fold down and relax. So the head hangs down and maybe the knees need to bend. And there's equal weight in the feet with the toes and the heels. Arms can just hang or you could grab onto the elbows. Stay for one more full round of breath. And then press your feet firmly into the floor and roll up one vertebra at a time. Head comes up last. Roll your shoulders back a few times. Start to make your way up to the top of the mat. Bring your feet a bit closer together so the big toes can touch maybe and the heels are slightly apart. Feel like the big toes are pushing down and the legs are squeezing in towards the center line. It's subtle, but this is going to help wake up your deep core a little bit more. Pelvic floor pulls up slightly, low belly draws back, hands can come into prayer position and just looking straight ahead. We'll take a couple half sun salutations. Inhale. Exhale, drop the hands. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, drop the hips, lift the chest, look forward, come up, sweep the arms, reach all the way to the sky. Hands to prayer. And again, drop the hands. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, halfway to lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, back up again. Hands to prayer. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to lift. Exhale, hands to prayer. Just pause. Notice how you feel. We'll take a few full sun salutations. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, forward. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, now come down and step way back with that right leg, please. Left leg follows for high plank, top of the push-up. Spread the fingers wide, firm up the legs in the core, pause for a breath. You might want to drop the knees down first. Exhale, elbows snug to the sides. Stretch the legs back. Inhale, come up. Maybe small for cobra or up. A little higher for upward dog. You can go back to down dog by moving through all fours, sliding the hands back, tucking the toes under, and pushing up and back. Let the head hang down. Find the breath. Right leg takes a big step forward. Left leg follows. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale right into the next one. Lift up. Exhale down. Lengthen halfway up. Exhale, fingers to the floor. Left leg steps way back. Right leg follows. Find your breath. Maybe the knees drop. Exhale, elbows snug. Inhale, cobra or up dog. You get back to down dog by tucking the toes under and pushing straight up and back, but you might need to readjust the hands and maybe the feet. Head hangs down. Connect into the breath. Big step forward with the left leg. Right leg follows. Inhale to lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale to lift. Hands to prayer. Pause. Notice how you feel. Open your eyes. Drop your hands. Step back with one leg. For Warrior B, Virabhadrasana B, it's a pretty big step back. Make sure your front toes point forward and your back toes are turned in just slightly. Stretch out through the arms, relax the shoulders, bend into your front knee. Make sure the knees moving to the baby toe side. Front arm stretches up to the sky, bend it back. Back arm, point your thumb down, bend it back, maybe the hands connect. Still trying to bend into that front knee. Looking wherever it feels safe for the neck. We're always trying to connect back into that easy breath. Smooth, steady, even when the heart rate and the body temperature goes up. Bringing this into reverse warrior, so back hand drops to the thigh. Front arm up. You don't have to look up. If it's okay for your neck, you can. You could also slide the hand down the back thigh and lean back slightly. Again, please be very gentle with your neck. Don't look up if it's not safe. Get lots of breath into the ribs. Emphasize that exhale, drawing back at the low belly, pulling up at the pelvic floor. Easy transition into extended side angle. So just pass through Warrior B, lean forward, front arm bends, it rests lightly on the thigh, roll the torso open, back arm comes all the way around. So you've made this nice long line from the outside edge of the foot all the way through the fingertips. Again, looking where it's safe for your neck, so maybe that's down or to the side. Some of you might look under the arm and up to the sky, but only if that's appropriate. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Bring it down into a lunge. And then the rest of the sun salutation, front foot steps back. Find your high plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And then back to down dog. If you get tired of doing down dogs, because we'll do a lot of them, you might want to cruise back into child's pose at any point that you feel like you need a breather. Please just have a rest when necessary. So when you come up, you could take a few steps, you could do that lunge, or you could take a little hop. If you take a little hop, I want you to try to be as quiet as possible. So maybe bending the knees on that little quiet hop. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up and stretch the arms. Reach up to the sky. Hands to prayer. Pause. Flow around a breath. Onto the other side. So the other knee lifts up. Find that medium to wide stance. Bending into the front knee, knees rolling open. Reach out through the arms, relax the shoulders. Take that tricep stretch, top arm up to the sky. Bend it back. Backhand, thumb down. The hands may or may not connect, it doesn't matter. Bend into that front knee. Breathe. Remember, with the back bending type poses, you want a good strong core connection. So low belly pulls back, pelvic floor draws up. You release the hands, back arm drops down, front arm stretches to the sky. You could look up. You could lean back, but you don't have to. Find the breath. One more. So let's see if we can make a seamless transition into extended side angle. Coming forward, reaching forward, front arm rests, roll the torso open. As you bend deeply into that front knee, you're still trying to connect that outside edge of the back foot so the baby toe line pushes down. Come down into your lunge. If you're up for it, the rest of the sun salutation, but you can always skip this, right? And go back to down dog or child's pose and then meet up after. So you might step the front foot back. Inhale. Exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And back to down dog or child's pose. Reconnect with the breath. Again, you can get your hands to your feet however you want. If you do the hop, try to make it really quiet. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to come up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Pause. Find your breath. Open your eyes, drop your hands. From the top of the mat, stepping back for a triangle pose, Trikonasana, so the right leg can step back. The toes are turned in more like 2 o'clock for this one, and the front toes still point forward. Stretch out through the arms, relax your shoulders, legs are strong and straight. Pull the back hip behind you, and then start to reach as far forward as you can. You really don't have to come low. Like the hand at the thigh or the knee or the top of the shin is plenty. Roll your torso open. Again, with the neck wherever it feels like it's safe, right? And more stable would be looking down. You could also maybe look to the side or up to the sky. So we're going to bring a little bit more balance into the sequence. See how it goes. You might make your way into half moon pose, so you potentially bend that top arm so it rests on the hip. And then you can look down towards your front foot and just pop that back foot in about halfway. Here you might want to grab for your block. You'll have it in the left hand, so left foot's down and left hand's got the block. Keep looking at the floor. Connect into your core. You'll start to pick the back foot up and really wake that back leg up. So the foot is very active and the big toe line is maybe parallel to the floor. You'll start to roll your torso open a bit more if that's possible. And then maybe the top arm stretches to the sky. Keep breathing. And then see if you can gracefully move back into warrior B. So the back foot comes down to find the floor. It's about 3 o'clock. Bend into the front knee. Stretch out through the arms. Relax. Straighten the legs. Step forward. Pause for a full round of breath. If you're up for it, follow me through a full round of sun salutation. If not, do a couple half sun salutations or just take a break. Hands to prayer. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold down. Back to high plank, step, hop, lunge. If it's that hop, nice and quiet. Inhale, firm up the legs and the core. Exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And then back to down dog or child's pose. When you're ready, hands to the feet. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale to lift. Exhale, hands to prayer. Pause. Open your eyes. Drop your hands. Do that same series on the other side. So triangle, Trikonasana, the left leg steps back. So the back toes would be about 10 o'clock, front toes forward, 12. Legs are straight and strong. Stretch out through the arms, relax your shoulders. Pull the hip back as you lean forward and forward and forward. And then don't worry about going low. You want to keep the torso lines nice and long so the hand can just lightly rest on the leg and the top arm stretches to the sky. Settle back into the breath. Look down to your front foot. Top arm bends, comes to hang out on your thigh. Back foot steps in about halfway. You may want to reach the block for the right hand. So right foot and right hand are down on the ground. Find your core. So big exhale, and then start to straighten both the legs. Really active with that back foot. Firing up the abdominals, the pelvic floor, it'll help. Maybe the torso rolls a little more open. Maybe the top arm stretches to the sky. It's all good, just make sure you're breathing. Try to move gracefully back into warrior B, Virabhadrasana B. Sometimes it's not as graceful. Back foot's maybe 9 o'clock. Stretch out through the arms, relax, breathe. Straighten the legs, drop the arms, step forward. Again, just pause, inhale. Exhale. Hands to prayer. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to come halfway up. And then when you exhale and fold, I'd like you to take your feet just a little bit wider apart. Let your head just hang down, neck's relaxed. And then maybe bring the hands behind your back, link up your fingers, and draw your arms up a little bit. Let your head hang down. One more full round of breath. Release your arms. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, fingers down to the floor, and you'll take a big step back with your right foot, please. So we're coming into the lunge, and we're staying here. You'll let your back knee drop down to the ground, and you might want to support the knee. Bring the hands to the inside edge of the front foot, and walk that front foot over to its own side, and have your toes turned out a little bit. Back toes can just be relaxed. You might stay here, and that's fine. If there's a little bit of space, you might start to take a twist so the inside hand, the left hand, can come to your thigh, so you can start to turn to the left. You can stay just like this. You might be able to bend that back knee and stay here. Or maybe the hand stretches up and back, and you could maybe find your foot, but don't be too surprised. If you can't, it's a tricky one. Make this a bit of a back bend, so roll your torso open. Breathing wherever you are. Stay for one more. Release the leg and the twist. If you're up for it, take the rest of the sun salutation. Step back, high plank. Inhale. Exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And then back, down dog or child's pose. Three slow breaths here, please. Now take a big step forward with the right foot so we can lunge on the other side. Back knee bends and drops down. Both hands come to the inside edge of the front foot. Back toes untuck. Breathe. Wiggle that front foot over to its own side. Turn your toes out a little bit. The inside hand, the right hand, comes to the right thigh, so you're starting to turn open. You can stay just like this. You might connect a little bit more into your core, abdominals and pelvic floor, and then bend that back knee. And your top arm can stretch up and over. Maybe you can find the foot. Lean back a little bit. Find your breath. As you're ready, let this go, and then maybe one last sun salutation. If not, it's all good. Step back. High plank. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to rise. Exhale back to down dog or child's pose. Just 2 breaths here, please. And then come down to child's pose if you're not there already. Might let the knees go a little wider apart. The big toes come closer together. Stretch your arms forward. And then let the forehead come down to the mat and just relax. Three more breaths, please. Start to slowly make the transition towards your back, please. We'll move just a little bit more before we rest. When you arrive on your back, tuck your chin a little bit closer to the chest. So the back of the neck is long and there's still that inward curve. The arms can just stretch out to the sides. Walk your feet wider apart, knees are bent, and then just letting the legs windshield wipe from side to side. So there's a twist. Bring yourself back through to center. Walk the feet just a few inches apart. Shift your hips a little bit towards the left. Pick your feet up, squeeze the legs together, and let the knees fall down towards the right. Make sure the lower body can completely rest. Use support if you need to. You could also put a blocker, bolster, or blanket in between the knees if there was lots of space there. Let both collarbones be really wide and both shoulder blades really heavy. Chin a little bit tucked in. You could be looking up towards the sky, or you could turn your head away from your knees, looking to the left if that was safe for your neck. One more round of breath, please. Bring your head up. Press your arms into the floor and bring your legs back through to center. Even out your hips and pause for a full round of breath. Shift your hips a little bit towards the right. Pick your feet up, squeeze the legs together. Let them drop down to the left. Again, make sure you can completely rest and relax. Shoulder blades really heavy. Chin a little bit tucked in. Either looking up to the sky or turning the head away from the knees. When you're ready, look back up again. Push the arms into the floor. Bring the legs back through to center. Even out your hips. Bring the arms down a little bit lower, palms face up. And if it's comfortable for your low back, let the legs straighten out for Savasana. If it's not that comfortable, just keep the feet flat on the floor and the knees bent. You might want to make sure you're warm here. You can take a moment to grab some cozy layers, blankets, eye pillows. And then set yourself up so you can completely rest and absorb the practice. You don't need to control your breath or your core. Just take it in. If you would like to rest longer, please ignore me and rest as long as you need to. If you're okay to move a little bit, start to bring some awareness back to your body, please. Let your inhale deepen. Move your fingers and your toes. Nod your head from side to side. Blink a few times. And go for a big stretch, maybe a big yawn. You can bend your knees and roll over to your right side. Pause for a breath. Gently push yourself up towards your seat. Keeping your gaze low or your eyes closed. Bring your hands together at prayer position and bow your head. Notice how you feel. Thank yourself for practicing today. And thank your body for all its hard work. Open your eyes. Lift your head. Thank you for your focus and your concentration. Namaste.